Hi Aries, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Sorry, I just started turning these cards over. Right, this is we're going to put this back like this and then we'll turn them back over again once I start the reading. You know, I'm always searching as a tarot reader for different spreads because one of the reasons that I love tarot is that we have certain fixed positions within a spread that can really kind of highlight an issue or a problem going on. And I'd known about the Gypsy tarot spread, 21 card spread, but I'd never really looked into doing it until I did it for myself the other day because I thought this would be a really good thing to do on the channel. I've seen other readers do it on their channels, really interesting in how everybody's got a different take on how they do stuff or how they sort of align and join up the stories and stuff. And you guys know that I'm a storyteller on the channel, so I enjoy, the one thing that I love about tarot is that you have a group of cards that you can structure a story out of, potentially. And I think that the Gypsy card spread is an exceptional one to do because I try this on myself. Before I do any readings, I always try it on myself to see how good it is. And this is exceptional because not a day later had gone when what was happening with these two sections here in the immediate future and the overall outcome actually happened. Within a day, which was just incredible to me, and the whole of the spread was completely correct on how I was feeling and what I was going through in my home life and mental state and all the rest of it. So I thought, you know, this would be not only amazing to do on the channel, but I'm going to include it on the website as a reading that people can have privately because I think it just brings in so much into a reading. To me, it's even better than the Celtic cross. I love doing the Celtic cross, but to me this is better. I love this reading so much. I'm doing it generally for each of the signs. We're not focusing on it being sort of a month ahead reading or, you know, we're not going to fix it within a certain time period. We're just going to have a look at generally what could be going on for some of you Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. Scorpio's already been done. They do come first, I know, but that's because they watch my videos the most. So, yeah, you're next up, Aries. And I hope that you enjoy the reading because I certainly enjoy doing them. Let me tell you how it's done. We have 21 cards here and we always go from left to right. Sorry, from right to left on a reading, but we never read straight across. We've got 3 rows of 7 and 7 columns of 3. So we always read downwards from right to left. So in your first column of 3, you've got your mental state, and this will show what you're thinking, potentially how you're feeling around a particular situation. I always find that the mental state has to connect with something that you might be feeling or thinking within the reading. Now when I did my own reading the other day, I didn't ask a question because I didn't have a question to ask. I just wanted a general reading on my life, and it came out with whatever it came out with, and it was astonishing. Obviously, on the website, I will always expect people to ask questions, because I don't know you. I know me, but I don't know you. So for me, it's important for you to ask me a question in order for me to answer it through the cards. So we have the mental state here. To me, this always kind of correlates with this second section here, pretty much, which is your home life, personal situation. So your personal situation is the second column of 3. And usually in the personal situation, which is the section I always start off with anyway, and then I go to the mental state, how you're potentially feeling around this personal situation. We then have what your hopes are. Hopes, aspirations, desires, section in column 3. And that's a really interesting one because a hope is something that's not yet manifested, but it's something that you're hoping will manifest. So usually the hope section, I feel, corresponds to these two here, the mental state and the personal situation. We then have your expectations. Now, an expectation is different from a hope because an expectation is what you're expecting to happen, and that's based on prior form, so prior experience of other people's motives, what other people do, what you do, you know, how you've seen something kind of developing over a certain amount of time. That's where we get our expectations from. If we don't know something, it's a hope. If we do know something, I often find it's an expectation. Here is the hidden factors. This is what you don't know, and this is usually around a situation that you're expecting. So if you're expecting something here, then I feel that the hidden factors show what's really going on around this expectation. And this will manifest, come in for you. Sometimes it doesn't, but usually it should. But it's usually a surprise until it's spoken about, I guess. The two final columns here are your immediate future, what happens in the immediate future with you, and sometimes this can be something that's completely separate to the rest of the reading. But I suppose if it's a question that you're asking, it has to all interlink. So we've got what happens here in the immediate future and then the overall outcome of that immediate future, okay? So the likely outcome, what should transpire. So let's make a start on the reading, and as I said, I'm going to start with the home, because I feel that the home stroke personal situation, your work situation, your relationships, whatever it is the central theme to everything around this reading. So we're going to start off with your personal life home, Aries. We have the Ten of Swords in your personal life, the Devil, and the Seven of Pentacles. So for some of you guys, Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising, it could be Ten of Swords often means to be betrayed, or it means to be deeply hurt by something that somebody has done. It can mean to be abandoned. It can mean that somebody's literally stabbed you in the back. Often when you get the Ten of Swords, you know who your assailant is if they've done this. But this card often to me represents sneaky behaviour as well. But it can also say as a card, I often read the Ten of Swords as a card that says, you can either be overcoming the worst as well, or it could be that you've given up on a situation. You don't see a situation as being fruitful. So we've got a Devil card around this. For some of you guys, it could be an abusive relationship. I always feel with those two cards together in a way, okay? Because I always see the Devil as kind of being the abusive individual, all right? This is the Devil who holds people to ransom in a reading, okay? And it could be for some of you guys, you're feeling kind of victimised by this individual with that Ten of Swords right above the Devil. It can also mean that maybe some of you guys are overcoming a situation with the Devil in your home life. So you're overcoming a time where maybe you were feeling a sense of restriction, whether that's in a love situation, a work situation, friendships, whatever it is. Because we've got the Seven of Pentacles here. So if some of you guys are feeling victimised or feeling a little bit heavy around a very kind of obstructive individual or situation, it could be for some of you guys with the Seven of Pentacles, you're looking at what you have, the fruits of your labour, what you've put into it, and you're looking for an investment. Not investment, but a return on your investment. Because that's what the Seven of Pentacles often is. Often when this card shows up, it can mean, this is, by the way, I forgot to mention, I'm using the Thelema Tarot, which I think is an exceptional deck of cards, really, really good. But I do feel that for some of you guys, if you've had a difficult relationship with that Ten of Swords, maybe with a Devil individual, you're looking for some sort of compensation with the Seven of Pentacles. Because the Seven of Pentacles can mean I'm waiting for compensation. I've put so much into this, now I'm waiting for things to bear fruit. So it could be that you're waiting or looking for compensation from a situation that has left you quite burnt, quite tired, and it's been really rather quite difficult with this Devil individual. And for some of you guys, it will be, you can't take it anymore, Ten of Swords. Because somebody or something is holding you back with the Devil. So you're looking at what you have, and maybe you're looking to cut your losses with that Seven of Pentacles. How do you think around the situation? King of Wands, the Empress, and the Knight of Swords. So mentally, the King of Wands can sometimes mean I feel really irritated, because the King of Wands is a card about somebody. We know that with the Wands, they're hot-headed and they're hot-tempered, okay? And when you get a King of Wands, it can mean that you're at that point where you want to explode. So mentally, for some of you guys, you might be feeling quite angry about a situation with the King of Wands. But it can also mean, because the King of Wands is based on confidence, self-confidence, assurance, motivation, ambition, drive. It can also mean mentally you're driven. Because we have an Empress sitting here. And mentally, for me, the Empress is someone who has lots of ideas that they're waiting to come to fruition. or they're working on to come to fruition. So it could be that mentally you're feeling quite irritated. The Empress can also be a card of a pregnant lady who's waiting to give birth. So there is frustration in this card as well. So for some of you guys, it could be, I'm feeling irritated, or I'm thinking about this situation in a very kind of irritable way, because I'm waiting for something to come to fruition, and this could be the compensation that you're waiting for, maybe from a situation that didn't work out with the devil, and I'd like it to happen rather quickly with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords can also mean restless. So we've got 3 cards here that can represent feeling restless and irritated. So, if you've been feeling victimised, or you've been feeling that you've had enough, or betrayed, or you've given up, or you're coming out of the energy of the devil, and now you're looking for some compensation, or you're looking for a way to move forward with what you have, with what you've built up, with what you've got left over, with that 7 of Pentacles, mentally, it might be that you're feeling rather irritated because you're waiting for things to come to fruition, i.e. the baby to be born, so that maybe with the Knight of Swords, you can make a swift departure. Or it could be, I'm feeling irritated because I'm waiting for something to come to fruition and it's making me feel rather restless with the Knight of Swords energy. But we can read that in any way. It can mean that you're feeling motivated, confident, very positive, because mentally you are the Empress. And we know as an Empress, you know what your self-worth is. So therefore, I want to move forward very, very swiftly. Because I'm waiting for something to come to me with that 7 of Pentacles from the devil who stabbed me in the back. Does that make sense? Any way you want to read that, you can. Your hopes are to have some order within your life, because the Emperor usually represents building order, building strong foundations, building stability, creating an empire, within our lives. It's a very strong card when you get the Emperor, and it actually represents you because you're Aries. So this is your major arcana card. So I'd probably read this as you are hoping that you can start rebuilding your life, because you're hoping that this is a very optimistic and positive time that you're entering into with the Sun, and that new ideas and inspiration and aspirations will bring growth, happiness and abundance with the Ace of Wands. You also, I feel, are hoping that this is a new, positive, fresh start that you're entering into with the Ace of Wands. So for some of you guys, it could have been a difficult relationship, whether it's a marriage, relationship, work situation, whatever it is. I feel that it's a difficult situation that you've been moving out of gradually. Your expectations are to have justice. And justice can mean legal justice. So your expectations could be, for some of you guys, that things will go in your favour with the Justice card. Because you're expecting an offer, the Knight of Cups, that may release you from this time of hurt and pain with the 5 of Cups. However, what do we have as the hidden factors? Let's have a look. Right, we've got the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. So this suggests to me that if you're waiting in terms of your home life on compensation with the 7 of Pentacles, or something that you've invested in to bear fruit, it could mean that what you don't know is that this might be delayed. There may not be a payout as yet because you've got a 6 of Pentacles showing here. So therefore, you're still going to have some issues because you've got the 6 of Swords. But you're still going to need to move forward and be positive, because things will turn out okay in the end. Because you will have that call come through. You will have that communication with the Page of Cups that you've probably been waiting for. And therefore, in the immediate future, we see you as the Queen of Wands. Bold, confident, ready to take on the world. Lots of things happening now, lots of projects on the go. Time of stagnation with this Six of Pentacles is over. Because things are now ready and they're raring to go and they're moving forward at a very fast pace. And therefore, with the Knight of Wands energy, for some of you guys, it might be a home move that you're looking at. It might be moving location completely away from a situation that you've had with the Devil and the Ten of Swords that might have left you feeling a little bit irritated, frustrated with the Empress, and restless but ready to move forward with the Knight of Swords. We can see that you're hoping with the Emperor to build a new life, to rebuild your life potentially, because you're hoping for optimistic changes with the Sun and a fresh start with the Ace of Wands. You're expecting things to be ruled in your favour, in which maybe you have an offer come in that helps you overcome this difficult time with the Five of Cups. Unfortunately, what you don't see is that things might be withheld or delayed from you financially, especially if you're waiting for an outcome financially wise with the Seven of Pentacles. You might need to strive a little bit more with that Six of Swords, but an offer or the communication that you need will come in with the Page of Cups. It allows you in the immediate future to resume your rightful place of confidence, happiness and exuberance as the Queen of Wands. As the situation speeds up, you're able to move ahead, perhaps even move home, because in the outcome, there is happiness, success and victory with the Four of Wands. Settlement is reached, in which you receive good news financially and you're able to make a breakthrough with the Ace of Swords. Absolutely brilliant reading, Aries. For some of you, this will relate in one way. For some of you, it will relate in another. We got money cards showing here. Okay? I feel that some of you guys might be waiting on certain things to happen because your home life is showing a not, or personal life is showing a not so good situation with that Ten of Swords and the Devil. Okay, so for some of you guys, it can be anything. Relationship, work-wise, whatever type of relationship this represents for you in this reading. What it's saying is, we'll quickly go through the reading one more time, Aries. Personal situation. You can apply this in any which way. Ten of Swords, feeling defeated perhaps, even stabbed in the back. It's not a great card to have in your personal life. Can be overcoming a difficult period with the Devil, in which now you're looking at a settlement, Seven of Pentacles, or you're looking at whatever it is that you've put in to a situation that you're going to get out of it with the Seven of Pentacles. Your mental state might be, you might be feeling a little bit irritated, because mentally you are the Empress waiting for the birth, waiting for something to come to fruition. And mentally, with the Knight of Swords, you might be feeling slightly restless around this, or you might, in terms of mental state, be wanting things to move forward very, very quickly. Because Aries represents the Emperor, so this is you guys. You want to start rebuilding the Emperor. Or your hope is to rebuild, create some order and stability back into your life. Perhaps because you have children and you're looking for a fresh start with the Ace of Wands. You're expecting things to be ruled in your favour, perhaps with the Justice card. Perhaps to be made an offer in which you can overcome this difficult time with the Five of Cups. What you don't know is that money that you are expecting, or something that you're expecting with the Seven of Pentacles, there may be a delay because we've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So you're going to still need to move on, move forward regardless of the swords still being in the boat, which represent the troubles. Because communication will come to you with the Page of Cups, and it should be good, which sees you in the immediate future being able to move forward. You are Aries, this is you, as the Queen of Wands, making an impression on the world, because things are moving very, very quickly with the Eight of Wands. And we see here, there is a very fast pace in the change of the direction of a situation with that Knight of Wands. For some of you guys, it might be that you're even considering a home move. Therefore, in the outcome, if you're considering a home move, we see the Four of Wands here that says that this is settled. To me, this is also the card of settlement, in which you receive a payout, Page of Pentacles, a check, and there is a breakthrough in your plans where you're able to put the past to the past and move forward in a far more positive way. That's your 21 card Gypsy card spread, Aries. Very, very good spread. For some of you guys, it will resonate, for some not. In some areas, it will resonate, in some not. Just depends. But this is exceptional. That's it. I will see you guys on your October reading, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.